You know, before I begin this video, there are a few things that I want to say first and foremost. With the After Prison Show and everything that I try to do with this channel, I'm always trying to bring you guys the best, most positive, awesome content that I can. However, with this being a prison-related channel, there are going to be times where the stories just aren't going to be positive. You know, I've introduced you to a few different individuals as of late, Pee-wee, Big Dave, and both of those two guys definitely have a lot of negativity going on in their lives right now. It is unfortunate, but it's also the reality of the situation. You know, when you come home from prison, when you do time, anytime that you're trying to come back out into the free world, it is not going to be an easy thing to readjust back into society. And for some, it may take them going back again before they're even ready to realize they definitely need to make some major changes in their lives. You know, I don't showcase these stories in an effort to glorify the negativity or losers or anything else that I've been seeing some people comment from time to time on some of these videos. However, I do try to show you life as real as it is after prison. And again, for some, it is just not easy. It's just not gonna work out. Now, I'm mentioning all of this because this video is again going to be about Big Dave. And for those of you who may remember the last video that we did about this guy, which featured his mother, where there was a lot of craziness going on, where he had stolen her bank card, where he had stolen her cell phone. And we said in that video that we were done with this, that we were gonna cut ties with this situation. That was it. We were gonna close the book. This story is over with. However, maybe I spoke too soon saying that, because what we've just found out about Big Dave and what he's been up to, well, it's probably not going to be all that surprising at all, given the track record of this guy. But still, I felt like this was something that you guys deserve to see. I know there are people here who have been curious about this guy. I did introduce you to this individual, and I do feel like I owe it to you to give you this update. Though not a very positive one at all, still, I feel like this is something that you guys should see. I've done, and the entire APS Army has done for this guy more than he probably actually deserves. I mean, if he's not willing to go out there and get it for himself, find a job, find work, if he's not willing to help himself, then what more can anybody really do for a person? And I need you guys to understand all of this first and foremost before we go on with this video. This is not an effort to gain sympathy for this guy. This is only to further show you the depths that an individual will go to in an effort to, one, feed their addiction, or two, get it the easiest possible way they can. And I also want to give a very special shout out to Yanni, because it was Yanni who took the time to follow this guy around once again in an effort for us to be able to bring you what we have here today, an update on Big Dave and what exactly he's been up to. And I cannot emphasize the fact enough that I nor Yanni condone what this guy is doing. The only reason we're even bringing this to you is in an effort to show you the lengths that some people will go to for whatever reason they feel like they have to. And it's with all of that being mentioned that you're about to see what Big Dave has been doing.
All right, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. You know, I'm sure there are a lot of people that have been asking about Big Dave. What happened to Big Dave? You know, we've never had a chance to get you on camera sort of talking about the situation which occurred, you know, not only with the GoFundMe money, but also which we did kind of address, but just sort of fill us in on what's been going on the last month. You've been hard to track down.
Yeah, you know, well, as you know, I've been in the hospital several times. I've caught a severe virus, and as you can tell, I'm still sick. You guys saw the video of my mother, and right now I'm out here. I'm just trying to kind of redeem myself a little bit, make some money, and I've been slowly paying my mom back some money and things, taking care of her. And you know, I've been out here and I've had to panhandle. I've had to panhandle to make it day by day, and to try to make some amends and try to right some wrongs. Also, you know, I lost contact with the few people I did have in my life that supported me. And this is what I do. We're out here at a hotel right now, and I'm getting ready to go out here and panhandle, make some money, and bring home some money to mom and make sure she's okay. as I have been for the last couple weeks. And this is the way that I've been doing it. It does generate some income, and it doesn't take too much. And I know this is offensive to the viewers and offensive to a lot of people, but this is the reality. This is really what's going on with me right now, and this is what I'm doing. So you guys know it. I didn't have to put it on tape. I didn't have to confess it or tell anybody, but I did. And I am alive. I am making it barely, and I'm just trying to right some wrongs and get some funds into the house the best way I know how.
Okay, guys, you may be wondering, what am I doing out here without Joe? I always roll with Joe. Well, you know, this is kind of a covert, undercover APS After Dark project. Oh my God, what's going on over here? Is this
Hey, yo, man. Hey, you pretty much from around this area?
Yeah, well, I live in Chesapeake. I mean, this is Virginia Beach.
Okay, well, look, you know this large neighborhood back here is called Aragona?
Yeah.
Okay, I actually moved there in 2008, my wife and kids, back when I was stationed in Norfolk. And you don't know me, so just bear with me. For the last 6 years, I've been working for Mid-Atlantic Shipping since I got out of the Navy. So, I got off work today 6.5 hours early, bro. Walked in my house that I've been paying on for the last 13 years. And my wife was laid up in there with some other guy. All right? And man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I punched him a few times. When the police got there, I thought because it was my property, I had a leg to stand on, and I didn't. They actually arrested me and charged me with assault and battery. They gave me a PR bond a few hours ago based on the fact that I'm ex-military. However, because of the domestic issue and talking crap to my wife, I can't go within 1,000 feet of her and my property without a police escort. And I was so happy to get out of jail, I didn't even realize, I was just so happy to get out. But my Navy federal debit and credit cards and cell phone are in my truck. I don't get a police escort till 6 in the morning. All right. Luckily, I got $50 emergency cash, but I'm on antibiotics. I'm sick. I'm only $12.60 short of getting a motel room for the night. And here I am, almost 50 years old, homeowner, 2 kids in college, and I'm out here like a bum asking people for money. I know you don't know me, but if there's anything you can spare, I just hope that somebody does the same for you one day. Hey man, how you doing? Are you pretty much around this area?
Yeah.
Look, I don't know how to explain this, but I have a home right out here off Kellam Road. I actually moved there with my wife and kids back in 2008 when I was stationed out in Norfolk. For the last 6 years, I've been working for Mid-Atlantic Shipping.
Can I ask him why he's filming?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know this guy.
Yeah, I don't have to use the image. Let me ask you this: so is there any sort of logic to this? Is there any sort of do you have a strategy? Have you become?
Yeah, definitely. The key part to hustling, panhandling is not to linger around, not to stay in any one establishment too long. And what you do is I have what you call territories, and mainly large business areas, areas with hotels, areas close to the base, areas close to airports, things of that nature. So at what we have here, we have a chain of 3 large major hotels owned by DoubleTree, Hilton, Marriott, etc. So we have these 3 lined up here. The strategy here is to go from this end to the other end and then leave. And what you do is you walk around the building, talk to a couple people, exit the area, go to the next building, talk to a couple people, exit the area, go to the next building, exit area, and then leave. Like we just did at Pembroke. You go around the Pembroke Mall, you circle around, go through Panera Bread, Barnes & Noble, Hilton Hotel, then you go through the town center area, and you hit the Westin Hotel. From there, you exit out through the Taco Bell. So there's very much so a strategy to all of this. So
you have like an established route that you've kind of refined and honed over time?
Absolutely. There's a certain way you have to do this, and there's a certain way to do it without being noticed so much and without causing any attention, and without, of course, being seen by the same people over and over. Because when that happens, then it becomes an issue and you become a problem. And then as soon as you're seen on site on the property, they're already notifying someone and escorting you off the property, or notifying the authorities and things of that nature. So there very much so is a strategy to this.
Do you ever run into any competition? Do you ever run into anybody that's, I mean, how does that happen? How does that?
It's, it's funny. There is so much competition out here. It's insane. Largely, most of the competition stays around Walmarts, Wawas, gas stations, things of that nature. They're not really on the level that I'm in. But you do have people on the same level as me too. But it's strange. I just ran into a guy tonight. He runs the town center circuit, and he's been doing it for years. And he lives in a hotel every day. As far as I know, he's not addicted to any substances or whatnot. But then you have certain people who are actually really are very handicapped or have physical and mental disabilities and that. But for a majority, you have very capable people who do this daily for a living. And there very much so is a great deal of competition. And I hope to be able to show that on footage.
Yeah, I mean, and I'd imagine there's a lot of variety to the approaches.
Oh,
everybody has a different.
Everybody has some. Hey man, could you spread some change? Then you have some people, do me, sir. And then you have people who, my mom's sick. I got to get across the Chesapeake Va Bridge. My dog's in the car starving to death, and he's only got 3 feet. And I mean, all different types of strategies. And hopefully, throughout the next several days, I'll be able to go over those strategies, go over those different types of levels of panhandlers, and expose some of those things and show those things to you. So the good thing about these hotels is, as you can look, you got work trucks. You got a 16-wheeler. See the 16-wheeler there? You got company trucks. So these people, you look at the license plates. Massachusetts, look, Maryland. Look at the license plates. Zoom on the license plates.
I can't zoom on license plates. It's against the.
All right. So you got Florida, Maryland, Massachusetts, Tennessee, New Jersey. So when you get money from people at the hotels, they're coming in and out of state every day. So what does that mean? It means that you have a new influx of potential people to get money from every day.
That's cool.
As opposed to going to Walmarts, Wawas, and things of that nature, where you have regular, steady neighborhood people coming to those establishments every day. So the good thing about hotels is you got people coming in and out of state from different areas every day. So you don't have to take the risk of being exposed. You don't have to take the risk of being seen every day.
So I'm actually trying to find Big Dave right now, and I'm having a hell of a time doing it. So how have you done so far? I mean, we've been at it about an hour and a half, and well, not even.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you count the actual time that you spent doing it, most of it's been drive time.
Right. So we got about $150, I guess. Well, about $130 something, and then we got the 50 in euros plus this, So.
What is that? Show me the euro.
Yeah.
I don't think I.
50 euro spot.
Wow.
That's about maybe $47 in American money.
Oh, really? The exchange rate is? I thought it was a little more valuable.
It went down.
Oh,
it went down.
So the total take thus far, and you're pretty much utilizing the same story that you sort of hit me with earlier when I was doing the introduction.
Right.
Now, is there a little bit of variance in that?
No, not really. It's pretty much the same, depending on the circumstance I'm in. Yeah, it's pretty much the same depending on the circumstance. The old saying: if it's not broke, don't. If you If it doesn't if it's not broke,
I think it's if it ain't broke, go ahead and fix it a lot.
Yeah,
just keep fixing it, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, no, But if it works, it works, and it works. It's sad, but it's true. It works.
So So what'd you say the total take was again?
About 130 plus 50 in euro, so about 170 something dollars total.
Okay.
In about an hour and a half.
So
maybe 1 hour of actually panhandling itself.
So how does it make you feel? I mean, do you feel like...
I feel like shit.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't
you've got a lot of experience with this.
It's not that. It's just that, no, it doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd much rather make a honest living. I went to a temp service. I worked all week. After taxes, I brought home like $200 and something. It was just like not getting paid. Like I said, I got some wrongs I got to right. I'm not going to do this forever. It's just something temporary, but,
But you are paying your mother back, and you are making that right.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I was on the phone with her earlier, and she said that you had made, you'd taken a considerable chunk out of that, out of that debt. So, there is that. I mean, people can say, a lot of guys in your situation, and I don't give a damn what anybody says. A lot of people in your situation would have just said, they would never have paid any of it back. You are really out here in the middle of the night. It's 35 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's
You're
cold.
a big guy, and
and I'm sick.
Real sick. I mean, I've seen you blow blood out of your nose. You said blood was coming out of your...
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm actually recording this behind the hotel that Dave is currently sort of working. I've got to get in the car and go to, I guess, the fourth hotel in the line. And I guess what he does is he hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's part of his circuit. So just to sort of sum it up, right now Dave is with, I suppose you would call them potential marks, and telling his, obviously completely manufactured story. On one hand, I understand, hey, this is kind of all you can do. On the other hand, he's not selling drugs. He claims to be clean. You got to be skeptical of that. Dave's credibility at this point ain't the greatest. But the results are the results. I mean, within 45 to 50 minutes, he has produced $115 in American money, and believe it or not, $50 in euros. That's right, euros. Who gives a panhandler in Virginia Beach euros? Well, when I asked Dave about it, he said it happens all the time. And he even likes to pull it out every once in a while because it shows that it paints him as like distinguished. In any event, I got to tell you, $165 to $75 equivalent American dollars in 45 to 50 minutes. Not the most honest profession, but it sure pays well.
Again, we don't show you this in any effort to glorify any of what this guy is doing. And I can't emphasize enough that we don't condone this at all. If you're not willing to work hard for yourself in an effort to improve your own life, and you choose to go out there and get it the easy way, well, that's a choice that every individual has to make themselves. One of the things we try to do most here is show you just how real life can be for some people. And no matter how you view it, this is something that is happening on a daily basis. And Big Dave's not the only one out there who's doing this. You probably see people every single day standing on a corner with a sign, and you might think to yourself, why doesn't this person go get a job? Well, that's a question only they can answer. However you choose to live your life is entirely up to you. And no matter how you might view this situation that you just saw with Big Dave, out here panhandling, making hundreds of dollars every single time he goes out here and does this, even if you view this as a negative thing and you hate this guy, no matter how you feel, let this serve as some type of motivation and encouragement in your own life to never find yourself in a position like this guy is in. Hey, look, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment. I'm quite sure the comment section will be crazy on this one. And as always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!